These are those live images here over that area, that warehouse burning in Boyle Heights. They are continuing to make water drops as that fire now burns into its fourth day. We want to thank you for joining us here. Look, a lot of you may have smelled the smoke wherever you live, and that has been leading many people to cancel those outdoor plans, especially on this Father's Day weekend. This fire started Wednesday, burning the solar panels at the top of this food storage facility. But now the added concern is the massive amount of food and meat that sit inside this facility, which is now beginning to spoil. Just hours ago, Mayor Karen Bass declared a state of emergency for the city of L.A. Our Amber Frias was there for that announcement. She leads off our live coverage from an evacuation center in East L.A. Amber.
Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, we're about 4 miles away from where the fire is burning. You could smell it where we're at. You could also see it from time to time. We've seen plumes of smoke come up in that area behind us. Right now, it mostly looks hazy, but you could definitely smell it from where we're at. Now here, this is a shelter that was established for people who need a break from this smoke. They have an indoor gym with AC where people can, like I said, catch a break. There are also Red Cross representatives here providing resources. There's also a mobile health clinic for anybody who may be feeling sick because of all this that is going on. Now, like you mentioned, about an hour ago, we also heard from city and fire officials. They updated us on their firefight. We heard from Fire Chief Jamie Moore, who explained how their firefight is getting more aggressive. He told us that the department has now contracted helicopters that are able to make much larger drops. They're able to make 3,000-gallon drops compared to the just under 500-gallon drops that the city helicopters are able to make. He also shared that they are now using this jelly type of retardant that they hope paired with the much larger drops will help, extinguish this fire much faster. Now, Chief Moore says the fire remains on the roof of the building. It has not yet penetrated inside at this time. And so far, crews have not been able to make it inside to see how the food is doing. They say they also cannot bring robotic tools in there yet because the visibility is so bad due to the thick smoke coming from this fire. However, they do say that they are able to measure the temperature inside of the building, and right now that temperature is at 45 degrees, so it hasn't gotten too hot yet, but of course they do expect it to continue to rise. And of course, like you mentioned, there is a lot of food in there that is expected to spoil, a lot that is meat. He told us meat, chicken, fish. So as soon as they're able to, get control of that fire, they're going to rush in there and try to get that stuff out. Now, as for the company that operates the facility, the chief told us they have been in communication with them and that they have been very responsive and very helpful throughout this whole process. Now, we've been reporting to you that this is not the first fire that we see at this facility. 2 years ago, there was another fire very similar to this one, that also started in the roof of the building. We asked the chief today if there is any believes that maybe what started that fire back then started this fire again today. He says they don't believe that is the case, but they are still investigating. As we've been hearing, they think this all started in the solar panels that they have on top of the building. He says they have a solar panel farm, and they believe that's where the fire originated. Now, like I'm sure a lot of you have been smelling throughout the day, have been seeing the plumes of smoke everywhere you go. I would say most of LA County has seen it. Driving from Orange County, as soon as I made it into Santa Fe Springs, I could see that thick smoke. So we asked the police chief, how safe are conditions outside? How safe is it for people to be breathing this air? And this is what he had to say.
There's no hazard in the air from a chemical or the particulates itself. We've got drones in the air. We've had them from the moment this fire started, knowing that there was ammonia involved. We've had drones in the air. We've been monitoring the air. We've been monitoring the water runoff. And really, those who need to be concerned are those individuals who are susceptible to any type of respiratory issues due to smoke.
And masks and air purifiers are available to anyone who may be impacted and feels like they need that support. The city is asking those of you who want those resources to call 211. You can also come to shelters like the one we're at City Terrace Park. There's another one at Pecan Park where, again, like I mentioned, the Red Cross is here. There is a large area with AC where you could, take a break from that smoke. And they also have mobile health clinics to make sure that if you're not feeling well, everything is okay. But for now, reporting live, Jonathan, I'll send it back to you.
Amber, thank you.